You're talking to a woman. The conversation is flowing. She's smiling, engaged, giving you her full attention. Then you open your mouth and say something that makes her attraction drop like a stone. You don't even realize what happened. You thought you were being honest, vulnerable, or polite. But in her mind, you just revealed something that changed everything. Here are 4 phrases that instantly kill attraction. If you recognize yourself saying these, it's time to stop. Phrase 1, sorry for texting you. Sorry for the late reply. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry if this is too much. Every time you apologize for normal communication, you're telling her you don't believe you deserve her attention. You're saying your presence is an inconvenience that requires an apology. Think about what this communicates. If a successful businessman texts you, does he start with sorry for reaching out? No, he sends his message with confidence. It's because he values his own time and knows others will too. When you constantly apologize for existing in her world, you position yourself as someone who's surprised she's even talking to you. That's not attractive. That's desperate. High-value men communicate with intention. They don't apologize for taking up space. If she didn't want to hear from you, she wouldn't respond. Until she tells you otherwise, assume your presence is wanted. Replace the apology with directness. Instead of, sorry for the late reply, just respond. Instead of, sorry to bother you, just say what you need to say. Your time matters too. Phrase 2, you're out of my league. This one kills attraction instantly. Whether you say it directly or hint at it with phrases like, I can't believe someone like you is talking to me, or, what are you doing with a guy like me? You think you're complimenting her. You're actually doing something much worse. You're telling her you have low self-worth, that you've already decided you're not good enough for her. And if you don't think you're good enough, why should she? Women don't want to date down. They don't want a man who sees himself as inferior, even if she is objectively more attractive, successful, or accomplished than you. The moment you verbalize that gap, you make it real. Attraction isn't about objective measurements. It's about energy, about how you carry yourself. A confident man who believes in his value can attract women who seem out of his league all the time. But the second he verbalizes doubt about his worth, it's over. She's talking to you because she sees something in you. Don't talk her out of it by announcing you're not good enough. Let her decide that for herself. Better yet, act like a man who belongs wherever he is. Phrase 3, I don't usually do this. I never approach women like this. I'm not normally this forward. This is really out of character for me. Men say this thinking it makes them seem selective or special. Actually, it broadcasts inexperience and insecurity. When you announce that you don't usually do something, you're asking for credit for basic behavior. You want her to applaud you for having the courage to talk to her. That's participation trophy energy. It also makes her question why she should be the exception. If you don't usually approach women, maybe there's a reason. Maybe you lack social skills. Maybe you're awkward. Her brain starts filling in unflattering blanks. High V-value men don't announce when they're doing something outside their comfort zone. They just do it confidently, like it's the most natural thing in the world. Whether this is your first approach or your 100th, she doesn't need to know. Your job is to make the interaction feel effortless, not to seek validation for your bravery. Act like the man you want to become, not the man you currently are. Phrase 4, I'm just a regular guy. I'm nothing special. I'm pretty boring, honestly. I'm just a normal dude. This is self-deprecation disguised as humility, and it's poison to attraction. You might think you're being modest, that you're avoiding coming across as arrogant, but there's a massive difference between humility and self-sabotage. Humility is quiet confidence. Self-deprecation is announcing your lack of value. When you tell a woman you're boring or ordinary, you're doing her job for her. You're pre-rejecting yourself so she doesn't have to. You're giving her permission to see you as forgettable. Here's the truth. If you were truly boring, you wouldn't need to announce it. The fact that you feel the need to downplay yourself reveals insecurity about your worth. High-value men don't diminish themselves. They don't brag, but they also don't apologize for who they are. They're comfortable in their skin. They know they bring value without needing to shout it or hide from it. Instead of announcing you're ordinary, just be present. Share your interest with enthusiasm. Talk about your life without apology. Let her discover who you are rather than warning her in advance that she'll be disappointed. The real issue. All four of these phrases have the same root problem. They come from a place of insecurity, from not believing you're enough as you are. When you apologize for texting, you're insecure about deserving her attention. When you call her out of your league, you're insecure about your value. When you say you don't usually do this, you're insecure about your experience. When you call yourself boring, you're insecure about your worth. Women can smell insecurity from a mile away, and it's the biggest attraction killer that exists. Not because women are shallow, but because insecurity signals you can't handle life's challenges. If you can't even believe in yourself, how can she trust you to handle real problems? The fix: stop saying these phrases, but more importantly, fix the mindset that makes you say them. Build genuine confidence, not fake bravado. Real self-assurance that comes from knowing who you are, what you offer, and why you matter. Work on yourself until you genuinely believe you're worth her time. Get comfortable with rejection. When you're not terrified of her losing interest, you stop over-explaining and apologizing for everything. Develop real value, build skills, pursue passions, create a life worth living. When you know you bring something to the table, you stop diminishing yourself. Understand this: attraction is about energy, not perfection. A man who's comfortable with himself, who doesn't apologize for existing, who carries himself with quiet confidence, will always be more attractive than a more accomplished man who constantly seeks validation. Cut these four phrases not because they're magic words to avoid, but because you've grown past the insecurity that makes you say them. That's where real attraction begins.